Villains are, in my experience, the most fun you can have at the movies, because they don't care, and it's the movies, so it's safe. So you feel you love them because you're safe from the reality of what they're doing. Hey, Joe.
Peter, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fantastic job on Transformers Rise of the Beast. When I think of Transformers, I think of summer movies. Incredible job. Now, you bring so much intimidation and terror to this role just with your voice. Can you talk about capturing that in the recording booth?
I've done a few of them now, mainly just more kids' films, because that's popular with the animation, all that stuff. But this is definitely my first time doing something like this. And Steven, our incredible director, just guided me through the whole way, because sometimes when you're not on the set, when you're sort of after the fact, because they've already filmed the entire movie, you feel a bit removed from the experience, and you're in a booth in Manhattan, not on location with things going off around you. So what Steven did was just get me fully informed what's happening in the film, with the characters, to get you immersed in there as much as possible. And then just have fun with the voice. It's the villain of the piece. You got to sound threatening, scary. He's got to, but then when he's with Unicron, his boss, there's a bit of servitude there that you have to just sort of balance with in the hierarchy of things. Yeah, I mean, if you want low and creepy and growly, I'm your guy.
Now, speaking of Steven, can you talk about working with him as a collaborator and what his directing style added to Transformers Rise of the Beast?
A freshness, a fun. I love that this takes place in the 90s. That's where I was first. I moved from Vermont to New York City in 91. I lived in Williamsburg throughout the 90s up until about 2002, which seemed like the set of a Transformers movie, the desolate streets of Williamsburg, Brooklyn in the 90s. So I knew the world very well. That time period, the music, before the internet really kicked in, we all had flip phones. I had a landline. I had an answering machine that my cat would delete messages. She would see the blinking light and press delete. So a lot of missed messages. Nobody can miss any messages these days. So it was that time of real, just sort of you felt the world changing, but it hadn't fully gone there yet.
And the music in this film is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's a great era of music.
Absolutely.
We've lived through many great eras, but that one was just,
100%. Can you talk about Scourge's motivations and how he interacts with the other Transformers?
Well, he's the boss, but he also has a boss. Unicron, he has to answer to that guy who eats planets, so he's a bit of a threat. And I think it's just because he's treated so poorly by that guy, he just transfers that down to his minions. They just they're like locusts, right? They just want to consume, destroy, and they don't have any moral compass, so why not? But it's a lot of fun. Villains are, in my experience, the most fun you can have at the movies, because they don't care, and it's the movies, so it's safe. So you feel you love them because you're safe from the reality of what they're doing. So I've played a few villains in my day, and I just find they're fun because they don't care.
And you've always played them extremely well, just as you have with Transformers Rise of the Beast. So thank you so much for your time. I love this film. So
great.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, man. Thank you.